You might recall that a couple of weeks ago, Microsoft tried to strike back against Cursor by enforcing a policy that essentially blocks Cursor from accessing VS Code extensions through the official VS Code extension marketplace, because that marketplace can or is only allowed to be used from inside VS Code. Now, yesterday, Microsoft took another stab at Cursor, Windsurf, and all those other AI code editors and extensions. At least that's how you could read that announcement which Microsoft published yesterday, where they announced that they wanted to open source the GitHub Copilot Chat extension and also in the near future integrate all the core features that make up this extension into the VS Code core, so that at some point no extra extension for this chat mode is required anymore. It's worth noting that this announcement only talks about the GitHub Copilot Chat extension, not about GitHub Copilot itself, which of course is that coding assistant that provides smart auto-completion suggestions with help of AI, including next edit suggestions. By the way, I do introduce you to the AI assistants and features offered by VS Code as well as Cursor and how to efficiently leverage all these tools as a developer in my AI for Developers course. You find a link to that below the video if you want to learn more. Now, in their announcement from yesterday, Microsoft explains their step of open sourcing and ultimately integrating that extension into VS Code by mentioning that large language models have improved enough that there no longer is a reason to keep the underlying prompts and strategies that are being used for making the chat work the way it works secret anymore. Instead, they now want to help build an ecosystem of AI-powered tools and code editors. That's their message. Now, of course, code editors like Cursor are defined by more than just their built-in chat or agent mode. They are also defined by the models that the Cursor team trained themselves for providing these smart AI-powered suggestions. And even when it comes to the agent mode, the chat that's built into Cursor, and the same is true for Windsurf, for example, and all those other extensions and editors. It's not just about prompts that may be used under the hood, but about the general UI experience that's provided and the integration of other tools like MCP that may be used by this chat. Though my understanding is that this GitHub Copilot Chat extension that is being open sourced here is also able to leverage tools like that, and therefore ultimately, of course, we may end up with a VS Code codebase that does allow more developers to build up on it and build customized, powerful AI editors. Therefore, this step of open sourcing and integrating this chat functionality, assuming that it does include all the agentic features that are available in VS Code through GitHub Copilot already, if all that is included, that could be seen as a stab against Cursor, Windsurf, and other similar editors or extensions, because of course the question is, why would you be using one of those editors, or why would you have a super high valuation if you're building such an editor, if anybody, any company in the world can use VS Code and its code base as a basis, and it then only comes down to fine-tuning and polishing the UI and setting up proper system prompts. Of course, the question is if an AI code editor is really only defined by that chat extension, by that chat and agentic functionality, or if it's maybe more than that, like custom models that may be used behind the scenes. But it is definitely an interesting move that may just be a middle finger against Cursor, Windsurf, and other AI editors.